all fish items. This is the crab. This is king crab. The two pieces. And that's the knife opening the stuff inside the crab. That's a shell. This is a fish. Salmon. Prawns. See the egg container. Different type of fishes.
A big portal on the right hand side. Behind it is a swimming pool, and behind it is where the cruise ships would anchor in the summertime maybe. Hier nach rechts haben wir bald ein großes Hotel. Dahinter haben wir noch eine Schwimmhalle und dahinter stehen gewöhnliche. Peek to the right, the building with lights on the rooftop. That is called Rockheim, the second building to the right from us. Rockheim is a museum dedicated to rock music. It's another new museum, a very modern and interactive museum, and we don't only have music instruments on exhibit, but you can also try playing on stage, so it's a fun place to be. As tiny the old harbor really used to be, so no wonder we needed to build an artificial island here. The body of water next to us on the left is the canal that was created because of the artificial island, so that is between Proctora and the old city on our left hand side. Alongside up, that is a walking bridge right next to the railway station, and that is one way to get back to the harbour on foot. We have many bridges in town. Most of them can be opened, including the one that we're crossing right now. Wir haben ja viele Brücken in der Stadt, auch mal diese hier, wo wir jetzt drüber fahren, können wir aufmachen. Das ist wichtig für die Segelschiffe im Sommer. We have quite many narrow little alleys, so here we actually can see the old medieval street structure. And on this street where we are now, this is actually the final tram stop in the city center. So on our left hand side, this is the streetcar. Hier auf der linken Seite haben wir auch mal die Straßenbahn. Diese Straße ist ja die letzte Haltestelle für die Straßenbahn im Stadtzentrum. Wir fahren dieses Viertel. Auf der rechten Seite werden wir noch mehrere winzig kleine Gässchen inzwischen diese zweistöckige Holzhäuser sehen. Alle die level. So that means we have quite a bit of altitude difference within town here. And there are several snow lines in town, meaning that on top of the hill we have a whole lot more snow than in the city center. And if higher up than we are driving now, and in my yard we have snow still. So you can basically tell by looking at someone at their clothes whether they live in the city center or on top of the town hill quite easily. Also hier haben wir mehrere Schneelinien.
Trondheim City, built in 1997 by King Viking. Luckily we don't have rain today.
Ja, weil det är ganska weit weg från den mikrofonen och så. Det är fel en stor. Aber ich werde mal überlegen.
There's a cathedral near us.
Ohne Fahrzeit, aber da muss gleich
Cathedral Nidros, the biggest church in Trondheim.
But the bus is staying here while the group is here. We are here for 40 minutes.
Yeah. Then the bus will go back to the harbor. Yes. They're going back to the harbor, yes. But anyone who wants to get back, some people have to. Not everyone, not in this case. The bus goes back to the harbor, but this is a mixed group from the two ships. But you can join us, yes. He was a protector of the pilgrims in the Middle Ages already.
Measuring starts from
And
here.
this is where the pilgrims are heading in Norway. This is the pilgrim stone here. You can see this sign, that is the pilgrim sign that you have to follow all across the country in order to end up right here. And it also says 0 kilometers to Nidaros, Nidaros being the old name of the city. So this is where people are heading. Now, I said that this side of the cathedral, Hackway, Olav II of Norway, he was buried right here, and you're going to hear more about him, obviously, once we get inside. But he is the eternal king of Norway, and despite the fact that the country is now Protestant, the eternal king of the country is a Catholic saint. And it works beautifully. Ja, das ist ja eine Kirche. So it is a church indeed. And we have old mixed traditions here. We have 7 choirs in this cathedral, the oldest of them being the boys' choir, going 900 years back in history. So the mixed traditions with the... Ja, men det gick rätt över 6 cm och det åkte med dörren för det kan inte gå. Så vi kommer riktigt en gång in. Vi får ju kanske skida med guideböcker. Ja. Ja, det är rätt akkurat. Als wir um die Ecke fahren, werden wir auf der rechten Seite bald die alte Stadtbrücke auch mal sehen. Es hat noch die Ketten, so es war eine Zugbrücke früher. You can see the chains on the old town bridge, so it used to be a drawbridge earlier. This was built after the fire of 1681. Die alte Stadtbrücke wurde nach dem Brand von 1681 erbaut. Und hier haben wir auch mal die älteste Speicher der Stadt auf der rechten Seite auf dieser Straße. Here on the right hand side we have the oldest wharves of the city. Here on the right hand side on this street. The oldest of these buildings is from 1776. Also das älteste Speicher ist aus dem Jahre von 1776. So wir haben ganz viele unterschiedliche Funktionen hier heute. Einige sind Geschäfte, Unternehmen, Restaurants, wir haben auch mal Schulen, unterschiedliche andere Sachen, zum Beispiel auch mal Kliniken. Und auch mal die Moschee im Stadtzentrum ist in einem alten Speicher. Das ist das nächste Grüne, wir beide auf der rechten Seite kriegen. We have many different functions in these old wharves. Some of them are still storage units, some of them are stores, offices, restaurants. We also have schools, clinics, you name it basically. And as we drive on the right hand side we will see a green wharf. That is the mosque of the city center. So we have quite a diversity of different functions here these days. And as for this street here was the last street of the city earlier. We're gonna be driving over a bridge very soon. This is called the Bakke Bridge, and it was originally built for the streetcars in 1928. So then we still had the tram on this side of the city too. Die alte Stadtbrücke dort nach rechts bald sehen können. As we drive over the bridge, on the right hand side we will be able to see the row of wharves and briefly even the old dam bridge and the tower of the cathedral once more. As for the building coming up on the left hand side with pictures on the facade, that is the headquarters of Adressa, the local daily, the oldest newspaper of Norway. And all the buildings are from the archives, of course. Das Gebäude mit Gebilde darauf hier auf der since 1776 every single day. That's the oldest newspaper of the country, and it's basically as old as the oldest of the wharves here in town. As we drive on the right we're gonna have yet another octagonal red wooden church here on our right hand side in a second. That is exactly 300 years old this year, and it's also an ecumenic church shared between the Russian Orthodox and the Norwegian congregations in town. Hier auf der rechten Seite haben wir noch eine achteckige rote Holzkirche. Das ist genau 300 Jahre alt und das ist auch mal eine ökumenische Kirche. Bald zurück zu der künstlichen Insel Brottöra und vor uns liegt schon wieder Rockheim, das Musikmuseum für Rockmusik. Jetzt können wir die Lichter nicht so deutlich sehen, aber wir können Gebilde auf dem Gebäude sehen. Die sind eigentlich, die sollten alte Schallplatten symbolisieren, am meisten norwegische Bänder. So then we are back to Brottöra.
We got 2 ships today. Richard with and Finnmarken. See the beauty. Moon. See the beauty of the sun. Thank you very much. Always the sun will be in the horizon, morning to evening. Stars in the sea.
Og i framtiden da renoverer vi altså våre skip her i Fosen mekaniske verksted. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing the shipyard at Fosen on the starboard side. This is on the right side of the ship. This shipyard is especially known for having built and fitted out the cruise ship The World and the coastal steamer ships MS Fjord and MS Midnatt. And all our ships will be there, sometimes just for renovation and so Meine Damen und Herren, am Steuerbord auf der rechten Seite des Schiffes fahren wir jetzt an der Werft von Fusen vorbei. Diese Werft